Hey guys, I'm currently rewatching Red vs. Blue, so, well, hey, what do you know? I had the idea to make a Red vs. Blue video, and this is a predictions video for, I believe, Season 15, if Season 14 is just a one-time thing with the whole season filled with mini-series and just side stories and all that. And if Season 15 is also like that, then it's Season 6, whenever they decide to continue the main story. So, spoilers. Just gonna go ahead and throw that out there. So, in the Season 13 finale, when Church died, he left behind 6 fragments, just like the Alpha did. Now, there's one fragment that's already been destroyed, and that's Epsilon Beta, that was destroyed in Season 9. It went inside the Epsilon memory unit. So that means that the fragments that Epsilon left for the Reds and Blues when he died were Epsilon Gamma, Epsilon Theta, Epsilon Delta, Epsilon Eta, Epsilon Iota, and Epsilon Omega. I think I got all of them. Sigma, Gamma, Omega, Eta, Iota, Delta, and Theta. Yeah. Sigma, Sigma, Eta, Iota, Gamma, Omega, Theta, Delta. 7. Yeah, 7. And who were the Reds and Blues present there? Tucker, Caboose, Simmons, Griff, Sarge, Donut, Doc, and Lopez. Yes, that does complicate things, as there is one extra red and blue than there is AI. However, there are 2 possible people that I see getting the boot, and those 2 are Lopez and Doc. The reason why Doc might get the boot is because he sort of already has, is because his last experience with an AI didn't exactly go too well. And he isn't even on either team. He's the medic. And the reason why Lopez might get the boot is because he's a robot. He doesn't need one. So, which is why, in this theory of who's going to get which AI, I'm going to give Lopez the boot. And so, looking at each of the AIs, I believe that Delta, or Epsilon Delta, would go to Caboose, as Epsilon Delta knows that Caboose is familiar with Delta, and Epsilon Delta has even broken through to speak with Caboose before, and knows that Caboose at one point carried through Alpha's memories. He knows that Caboose at one point carried the original Delta, and also with Caboose's intelligence, it might be a nice counteract. So that's why. So I believe that Delta would go to Caboose. As for, who do I want to look at now? I want to look at, for Eta and Iota, those 2 are an inseparable pair. The original Eta and Iota were given at once both to Carolina, and then Maine stole them in his first I want to say AI hijacking in his turn from Maine to Meta. And so, Epsilon even refers to Epsilon, Eta, and Iota as the twins. So, who better to give inseparable AI but to an inseparable pair? I think that Eta would go to Simmons and Iota to Griff. For Gamma is the deceit. So I feel that someone who likes to mess with people. I think that Gamma would probably go to Sarge. as for Epsilon Theta, Theta needs someone who would look out for them, and I feel like the person who can carry a team the most out of the options is Tucker. I feel like Tucker would be the best fit for Theta. And then Omega, I'm going to give Omega to Doc, because when Doc was rescued and he developed a split personality disorder, so really Doc wouldn't be the one controlling Omega. O'Malley would. So, and the fact that Doc now has the O'Malley as a split personality, I feel like Omega would be a great choice for him. And that and just history, man. And then, so that leaves Sigma for Donut. I don't know how that one's going to work out, but that's my theory on where the AIs are going to go.